Picture a queen so enchanting that she brought two of Rome's most powerful men to their knees. Welcome to the captivating tale of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, whose beauty and intelligence have echoed through history. Let's rewind. The year is 51 BC and Egypt is in turmoil. What you see, a young woman, barely 18, takes the throne of a once great civilization. But this isn't just any queen. This is Cleopatra VII, a ruler whose name would become synonymous with allure, power, and tragic romance. Born into the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra wasn't just any princess. Despite being the ruler of Egypt, she was actually Greek. Surprising, right? She was a direct descendant of Ptolemy, one of Alexander the Great's generals, who declared himself Pharaoh of Egypt. Not very democratic of him, though. But here's something even more intriguing. Cleopatra was fluent in 9 languages, including Egyptian, Greek, and Latin. She was the first Ptolemaic pharaoh to learn the Egyptian language, a true polyglot who knew how to work her charm across different cultures. I bet she was good at tongue twisters too. But being a woman on the throne wasn't easy. She first co-ruled with her brother Ptolemy XIII, who wasn't exactly thrilled to share power. You can already sense the tension, right? Well, the struggle for control soon escalated into a full-blown civil war. But Cleopatra wasn't one to back down. She knew she needed a powerful ally. Here's where it gets really interesting. Cleopatra had a secret weapon. She was known for her beauty, but did you know she also had a signature fragrance? Yes, indeed. She would mix cinnamon, rose, and myrrh to create her own perfume. How delightful. Imagine meeting her and being captivated not just by her looks, but also by her enchanting scent. But Cleopatra was more than just perfume and charm. She had the brains to back it all up. The encounter with Julius Caesar. Roman general arrived in Egypt, and Cleopatra knew this was her chance. Legend has it she had herself smuggled into Caesar's quarters, rolled up in a carpet. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, this audacious move worked. Caesar was captivated, and soon they became lovers and political allies. With Caesar's support, Cleopatra reclaimed her throne, but this was just the beginning. Now let's dive into the heart of the story. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar wasn't just about romance, it was about survival and power. Together they had a son, Caesarion, and Cleopatra envisioned a future where her son would rule both Egypt and Rome. But as you might guess, fate had other plans. Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC, leaving Cleopatra in a precarious position. What would she do now? The story gets even more intense. The alliance with Mark Antony. After Caesar's death, Cleopatra allied herself with another powerful Roman, Mark Antony. Their love story became the stuff of legend, but it was also a political alliance. Together they aimed to challenge Caesar's heir, Octavian. Cleopatra and Antony's relationship was passionate, but it also made them formidable enemies of Rome. The stakes were high and the world was watching. Here's another wild fact about Cleopatra. She wasn't just known for her romances, she was also a master of spectacle. Cleopatra would often appear before her people in dazzling displays of wealth and power, sailing down the Nile in a golden barge with silver oars dressed as the goddess Isis. She knew how to use imagery and drama to solidify her rule and captivate those around her. But of course, their story isn't just about perfumes and passion. The Battle of Actium and aftermath. In 31 BC, at the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra and Antony faced off against Octavian's forces. The battle was fierce, but unfortunately for Cleopatra, it ended in disaster. Defeated, they fled back to Egypt where their fate was sealed. By now, you must be wondering how it all ends. Cleopatra, realizing that her defeat was inevitable, made a choice that would seal her legend for eternity. Rather than being paraded through Rome as a prisoner, she chose to end her life. Sadly, she used an asp, a venomous snake, to deliver the fatal bite. She died on August 12, 30 BC, at the age of 39. Mark Antony had already taken his own life upon hearing false news of her death. Some historians even debate the nature of their tragic end, but one thing is certain, they were buried together, side by side. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the beginning of Egypt as a province of the Roman Empire. But even in death, Cleopatra's legacy endured. She is remembered not just as a beautiful queen, but as a cunning and resourceful ruler who fought fiercely to protect her kingdom and her legacy. Cleopatra, her name is still spoken with reverence, awe, and a hint of mystery. a queen whose life was a blend of passion, power, and tragedy, leaving an indelible mark on history. So, what do you think? Was Cleopatra a cunning ruler, a hopeless romantic, or both? Let me know in the comments below.